Find your core audience by finding yourself. There are people who are stopping themselves from starting a new business or starting their YouTube channel because they get stuck on the what. What am I going to talk about? What am I going to sell? Right? They get so stuck on what to do, and if people are going to buy what they're selling or engage in what they're talking about, that they never actually take the chance and start that new business or start that channel. Don't look outside of yourself, right? Don't look for the answers externally of you. Go within yourself and ask yourself, what have you overcome in your own life? What problems have you solved in your own life? What trials and tribulations have you overcome in your own life? What have you mastered in your own life? These are the things that you are going to talk about. Sometimes we look around at other business owners and other content creators, other YouTubers, and we see what's working for them, and we want to copy their blueprint because it's successful and it's going good for them, so it must, work for us too. But we don't know what they had to go through in life to accumulate that wisdom and that knowledge to be able to teach or talk about what they're talking about on their channel. Right? Our journeys are not meant to be the same. They're not meant to look the same. And we don't learn the same lessons. What someone else is a master in is something that we may still be learning or haven't even learned yet. What we're a master in, someone else probably hasn't even encountered or have had the experience to learn that lesson. So we are masters in different areas of our lives, and we can always teach something to the next man, right? So instead of looking at other people and what they're doing and what works for this person, look within yourself and ask yourself, what have you mastered in your own life? What have you overcome in your own life? And it can be an infinite amount of areas in your life. It can be what you've mastered in business. It can be evolving out of a toxic relationship. It can be growing into your best self, even coming from a broken home. It can be anything. It can be how to heal from a broken bone. It can be how you lost weight, how you learned how to love yourself. It can be your natural hair journey. It can be anything. It can be your celibacy journey. Whatever has empowered you, whatever you have overcome in your life, whatever you mastered, that is what you are meant to teach. Right? We can't teach anything that we haven't already been through. We can't teach anything that we're just regurgitating information about, right? We have to actually have the experience to have that unique insight. And that's what's going to separate your platform from other people on YouTube or other just people in the world. All right? So once again, ask yourself, what have you healed within yourself that you can help someone else heal within themselves? Right? What have you overcome in your own life that you can help someone else overcome in their life? You are already a master in probably a few different categories in your life that you're not acknowledging because you're too busy worrying about if it's gonna work, right? But one thing that we have to recognize and have faith in is the same problems that you had, millions of other people have currently. What you already healed within yourself, millions of other people are trying to heal that right now. Whatever you've overcome in your life, millions of other people are currently trying to overcome that right now. So instead of reaching and, throwing darts at the wall and seeing what sticks, just talk about what you've done. Talk about what you've overcome. talk about what you've healed within yourself. And by doing that, that's how you attract people who can resonate with your message. Okay, so don't look around at everyone else and see what's working for them and say, oh, I have to do a platform just like that, or I have to do a product just like that. Because if you go in a direction that doesn't truly resonate with you, you're not going to be able to be consistent with it, because you're probably going to lose interest, right? Something else in your spirit that is more convicting to you is going to come up eventually, and you're probably going to pivot in the long run regardless. So in order to attract that divine audience, that core audience, you have to go within the core of yourself and ask yourself, what was I meant to teach the world? What was I meant to heal within other people? What have I healed within myself? And let's say you don't even feel totally healed, right? Sometimes we get this imposter syndrome where we feel like we don't even deserve to teach other people, or we don't deserve to give other people advice, because who am I? I'm not even healed fully. I'm not even a perfect person. But did you make it through? Did you become better? Did you evolve? Right? So you don't have to be perfect. You just have to have the experience and the wisdom to help someone else get to where you are. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to acknowledge that you do have the experience, you do have the wisdom to lift someone else up. So instead of thinking, oh, I'm not perfect, I'm not totally healed, I can't do this, just remember that the more you teach, the more you talk about what you've been through, the more you heal yourself just by creating the content. The more you heal yourself just by creating the content. You learn so much about your experience just by talking about it. Right? And you can give other people a more profound perspective, because the more, people interact with your content and comment and ask you questions, and just the more interactive, the more engagement that you have, the more you're able to go deeper in the subject, and the more masterful you become at that subject. So the more you talk about it, the more you become a master at it, and the more you heal yourself. And before you know it, you're going to feel 100% equipped to talk to anyone or give anyone advice or help heal anyone that has already gone through or that's experiencing currently what you've already gone through. Okay? So don't think what's going to work. What's gonna be successful? What's gonna make me a millionaire? Do not think like that. I promise you, do not think like that. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work out for you, because it's not what resonates with your spirit. It's not what is, convicting in your spirit. You have to ask yourself, what moves you? What moves you? And what can you talk about for days and days and days and days and days, just off the strength, just because you have so much passion about this topic? And that's what you should start your channel on. That's what you should start that business on. That's what you should create that's what your creative endeavor should be inspired by. What you've already done, what you've already experienced, what you've already grown through, what you've already evolved through, what you've already overcome, what you've already healed within yourself. That's the gift that you have for the world. All right. So if you are not subscribed to my channel already, make sure you go ahead and do that. Turn on your notifications. I'll see y'all in the next video, and please share this video to someone you feel like needs to hear this message. All right, see y'all later.